Yes guys, what's going on? AdamMcKola here outside Old Trafford. As you can see, hope you guys are all doing well, because I am. Apart from freezing my absolute balls off, I am doing well. We just finished the fan cams. Manchester United fans very happy after that, because United have sealed their place in the last 32 of the Europa League. And guess what I was about to say? I was just about to say Champions League. That would have been a turn up. That would have been nice, wasn't it? We're trying to get back into the Champions League, and obviously today was a good start because we got through to the last 32 with 2 games to spare in the group, and that's exactly what you need. I was a bit disappointed not to see Brandon Williams start today, Jamie Garner starting today. I was a bit disappointed not to see them guys in the starting lineup, but then when you think about it, United are through to the next round with 2 games to spare, one of those being at Old Trafford, one of those being away to Astana in Kazakhstan. Can you complain about that? They'll have the opportunity to play in 2 games, and maybe you'll be able to play more youngsters because of the fact that you're already through. So I'm not too disappointed in hindsight, given that United won the group, got through today, got 3 points, can't complain. But from the football we saw, particularly in the first half, it was a pretty good half. Now, was that down to the fact that the opposition weren't great? That's a possibility, because obviously Partizan Belgrade weren't the greatest side that we're going to play. They left a lot of gaps for us. They were very open. Yes, they had their moments on the break, and they probably should have scored a goal or 2, but ultimately there was only ever going to be one winner here today, and that was Manchester United. And some of the football we were playing was a lot better. Was that because we brought Juan Mata in at number 10? Was that because we're playing against a team that were not at the levels? I'm not sure. But whatever it was good signs today, because we're seeing good movements, we're seeing good passing plays. A lot of that down to Juan Mata for me. Juan Mata got my man of the match, and a lot of people, particularly on Twitter, have criticised me for it. Now, a few that did fan cams can understand where I'm coming from, but they also see why I got criticised. So I'm not too sure about that one. What did you guys think? Was Juan Mata your man of the match, or was it Anthony Martial? Anthony Martial was very close to being mine, but I just thought Juan Mata made everything tick for us. Everything that we were involved in that was good was down to Juan Mata. Just trying to let you see the ground there in the background. So yeah, I gave mine to Juan Mata, but Martial was very good today. Marcus Rashford was incredible today. Should have had a hat-trick. But you know what? He missed those chances, yeah, and you worry for him. You think, is it going to play on his mind? Is it going to get to his head? Is he going to start snatching at his chances now? Is he not going to be, But then you look at his goal that he did score in the second half. What a finish on his weaker foot as well, straight into the top bins. What a strike! A natural finish that you don't have to think about. He had a few that he had to think about. One in the box, which he didn't score. One volley, which we had loads of time to watch coming down, smashed it over. And you're just thinking you've got to do a little bit better with those chances. But then he gets that chance from Ashley Young after Juan Mata's great pass, and he smashes it in the top corner like it's no man's business. So can't really complain there as well with Marcus Rashford, because I think Marcus Rashford, he kept going today. He kept being involved. He kept being a good influence on the team. He just wasn't taking his chances. On other days, we will be made to pay for that, but today we weren't, so I can't complain. And it's good to see Marcus Rashford playing with a little bit of confidence. When he went away on that international break, I think it was after the Newcastle game, scored a goal, got his mojo back a little bit, and ever since he's come back into the Manchester United side, they've been absolutely fantastic. So I've been buzzing with Marcus Rashford's performances. I know he didn't finish great today, and he didn't take all of his chances. That goal in the second half was great, and lovely to see. The link up and the connection with Anthony Martial as well is absolutely golden. I'm not going to rush to compare them to Andy Cole and Dwight York. I'm not sure. I know why people do that, but I don't want to rush to that, because I haven't seen anything on that telepathic level yet. But they have got, you can tell they enjoy playing with each other. And they're going to get those. There was one moment today where Marcus Rashford was going, and I just think, Rash, pass the ball. Martial knows what run he's going to make. You should know what run he's going to make. You shouldn't have to look up, play the ball, and they'll eventually get that where they're just, they're just proper in sync, and they don't have to think about the passes that they're making. They don't have to look up because they'll know each other's going to be there. So, yeah, that connection between Martial and Rashford is mint. Greenwood man of the match, says Jamie Wiltshire. His passing has improved a lot as well, says Mo Wada. Martial was good as a target man, and his goal was excellent. His goal was fantastic, and like you say, as a target man as well, with his back to goal, he was doing a lot better today. There was a few moments where his touch let him down, but more often than not, it was a pretty good first touch with his back to goal, and he was bringing players into play as well. And that's something that Juan Mata does a lot for me. My phone's still going off with other tweets and the comments from my mates saying, "What are you talking about, Adam?" He was never man of the match, but I thought Juan Mata brought everybody else into play today. I thought Juan Mata brought, other teammates into play today. So yeah, I'm sticking by it. I'm going to stick to my guns. Everyone knows I love Anthony Martial, my favourite player in a Man United shirt, and I'd love to give him the man of the match, and he probably, he was up there with Mata. But for me, Juan Mata, these are the games that suit Juan Mata, says Quashet. Fred and McTominay look tired tonight, says Jamie. Hopefully McTominay is not injured. He obviously went off limping around the pitch, which wasn't great to see. I'd love to get him back into this side for Sunday, especially without Paul Pogba. Scott McTominay is vitally important to Manchester United. Sadek like Mata today, Mo like Mata today. Good to see Ghana playing some more minutes, says Martin. Totally agree with you on that as well, mate. And what's good about that is we're through now, so we'll get 2 more games. He should be getting a game against Colchester in the League Cup as well. So you're looking at that thinking, there's 3 games where we can fit him in now, between now and Christmas, which is always good. And we can take not going into the last 2 games worrying about going through the group. It's always good now. We can't get carried away because apart from today, I don't think any of our performances in the Europa League have been fantastic. Apart from today. We scored 2 goals in 3 games, one of them a penalty. Little bit fortunate to get a point against Alkmaar. So I'm not going to get carried away and say we look like winning the tournament. But when you can get the group wrapped up already, it's always a good start. Fergie used to always say 10 points will get you through the group, and we've got 10 points after 4 games, so can't complain. Yes, Simon agrees with me on Mata man of the match. Lovely to meet you before the game as well, mate. But someone agrees with me on Mata man of the match. I'm not on my own. Mata usually created a move in order for him to score himself. Rojo is an animal, says Corey. And Rojo's been coming back into the mix a little bit, hasn't he? Marcus Rojo coming back into the mix, performing well. He doesn't look. I love Marcus Rojo, the hothead, the guy that will fuck everybody up in his path. But at the same time, it's good to see him playing a little bit more composed, a little bit more, tactful, helping out Maguire rather than causing problems for him. And I think he's shown good performances in the back 3 as well. Today it was obviously the 2 centre halves, and he played well there alongside Maguire. But he's also showing that he can play in the back 3. And what you've got to think as well is, if you look at our centre halves, you've got Lindelof, Maguire, Vanzabi. They're pretty good options. And then you've got Rojo coming into the mix now. You'd have counted him out and thought he'd have been off, but he's coming into the mix now. That's a tram stop. And then we've got Eric Bailly, who's injured at the minute, but should be back in the team very, very soon as well. So you're looking at that thinking, right, we've got centre-halves there now. We're actually probably spoilt a little bit for centre-halves, whereas that was an issue for us in the past. Right back, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, good game again today. Sorted there at right back. Left back, Brandon Williams coming through, Ethan Laird coming through to challenge and hopefully, compete with Luke Shaw for that spot. So you're thinking our defence is in a strong position. Our defence is in a very strong position. Can we get the midfield into a similar position of competition for places and depth and quality? We need to be able to do that. because otherwise we're not even going to, we can't compete for the Europa League with this midfield of McTominay and Fred. We need to bring in, we need Pogba back if we want to win this tournament. So just imagine, if you want to win the Champions League, you want to win the Premier League, which has to be the target for us, then you have to improve that midfield massively. Just walking down to the car still. Parked a bit further away today, as you can see. I'm normally there by now, but parked a little bit further away today. Not walking through the woods, just walking down the road. I'm going to be positive about our victory today, says Sadek. Great goal from Greenwood. And you know what's mad for me as well? Greenwood hasn't actually performed that well, but he's scoring goals, and that's what you want to see. He's made 4 starts, he's scored 3 goals. He's not really playing well. That's what you want to see from a goal scorer. Scores when he's not playing well. Pop up with a crucial goal when he's not playing well. We saw it against Rochdale, we saw it against Astana, and today he gets the opening goal after a 20-25 minute spell where it looked like we were going to do everything but score. He gets the goal, so delightful to see, and I'm glad Ollie's managing him a little bit, holding him back a little bit, not rushing him, because the last thing you want is loads of hype around Mason Greenwood, because what happens when you get hype around Mason Greenwood, the minute he doesn't have a good game or he has a quiet game, people start criticising him. We've seen it with Marcus Rashford as well, so we need to hold him back. I think is the right thing to do, to make sure. Garner was mint. Greenwood is certified, says Jamie and Jamal. A lot of J's in there. Mata was the best player in the first half, says Calvin. Rashford was Darmic's man of the match, and Greenwood was immense. Solid work. And defensively, says Babyface Assassin Odegaard. So loads of interesting comments there. Also, guys, on this app that I use to do live streams when I'm not at my laptop and not at home, I don't see if the comment is a normal comment or a super chat. So if you've been doing super chats and I haven't noticed, I know I don't get many of them, but if you've been doing a super chat and I haven't noticed, I apologise. But if you have done, I thank you. If you have just done a normal comment, I thank you for your support regardless, because I love you all the same way. But super chat is just a way some people can support the channel. But nevertheless, on this app I can't see it, so just letting y'all know. Mata is great when we don't need to counter-attack, and he's got pace and movement around him. Thought he knitted everything together, says Simon. Totally agree with you. Ellis, fan cams are on their way, so I've just finished fan cams. Nick should be reaching home and getting the first ones uploaded, so they'll be with you very, very soon. Make sure you're keeping it locked for them. I'm nearly by my car now. Make sure you're keeping it locked for them fan cams. Make sure, I thought I lost my keys, it's because my brother's in the car. Nearly had a panic live on air. That would have been emotional, wouldn't it? Adam, when will someone finally tell Anthony Martial that these defenders have families? Hopefully soon, because he's been breaking ankles for days. Anthony Martial. Hate to say it, but I was right about that boy. Remember when I was saying, we best not let him go. Jose, you better not let him go. And thank God he stayed and he's kicking arse. Anthony Martial's here. Rashford's here, Greenwood's here. They're all scoring, and I'm now here in the car. So thank you for tuning in to AdamMcKola TV. Fan cams are on their way. I'm Full Time Devils. Keep it locked for them. But for now, I've been AdamMcKola. I'm out of here.